This is Michael Graham of Actify Press. This is a segment we're calling 3-Minute Myths, where I run through a myth that's really ridiculous, and I pretty much smash it. You can't call it Mythbusters because that's a violation. This first show is about the ADOS movement, the American Descendants of Slavery movement. It's a righteous movement about gaining reparations and a black agenda for black folks because we are facing genocide in the country we built. So I'm going to go over one myth that you've been hearing. It's more so misinformation intended to silence the movement because it makes some people uncomfortable. These are the leaders of the movement, Antonio Moore and Yvette Carnell. We're going to concentrate on Yvette right now because this misinformation is going on way too long. Okay, my 3 minutes starts now. Okay, Yvette Carnell was on the board of an organization called Progressives for Immigration Reform. Later, investigators found out that the organization was covertly funded by a man named John Tanton. Tanton is a billionaire, he's anti-immigrant, he's an asshole, and he's also fucking dead. During her time with the organization, there was no money exchange, no products were created, and there's zero proof of any connection to the ADOS movement. It's worth noting that Antonio Moore wrote for inequality.org for over a year, and no one ever mentions that. Moving on, let's take a look at a few of the people that are supporting the ADOS movement. First is Dr. Sandy Darity of Duke University. Then there's Dr. Kevin Cosby of St. Stephen's Church and Simmons College of Kentucky and HBCU. Then there's Dr. Cornel West of Harvard University. He's one of the most courageous voices in the political discourse today. There's also Marianne Williamson. She's a 2020 presidential candidate, humanitarian, and she's also a best-selling author. Now we're moving on to coalition building through Dr. Cosby. St. Stephen's Church of Louisville, Kentucky supports the movement. Also through Dr. Cosby, there's Simmons College of Kentucky, which is the oldest HBCU in the state. Then there's National Baptist Convention of America, which is one of the largest black church organizations in the country, 3.5 million strong. Then there's a Union of Reformed Judaism, also known as Reformed Jews. It's the largest Jewish organization in the country. About 40% of Jews belong to Reformed Judaism. Okay, let's quickly recap. The people pushing this misinformation want you to believe that 3 of the nation's top black scholars, a presidential candidate, one of the largest black churches in Kentucky, the oldest HBCU in Kentucky, 3.5 million black people, and 1 million Jews are less important than one dead white guy. Okay, that's my time, folks, for this particular myth. People pushing this, connecting black people, fighting for civil rights, fighting for reparations, fighting for repair of a people that have been oppressed in this country, well, on this continent for over 400 years now, connecting them to Nazis and trying to silence them and trying to keep people from listening to them. It's pretty vile. It's reprehensible, and it's absolutely unforgivable in my mind. And you have to decide for yourself how you feel about these things. So if you have anything else, hit me up. I'm MG_returns on Twitter. So just hit me up and let me know what you think.